if you have anybody out on the roads right now at this hour in this particular area, please let them know. This is one of those things where you do not want to try to be a hero. We always hear that from law enforcement. If you see a pursuit coming up behind you, if you can react quick enough, you want to move over to the far right lanes.
Here we go.
You don't always have that opportunity. This can go very wrong very quickly when we talk about how do we bring these pursuits to an end. There are a few different methods that law enforcement can deploy at any given time, but it just depends on the traffic situation, time of day. Is it a highway? Is it a freeway? Is it a surface street? And here we are on the 101. So we potentially think of, Christine, spike strips have been used a lot on highways, but again, that's really when authorities have to get way ahead of the suspected
I just opened Streamlabs desktop
driver and be able to plan ahead as we're now taking the exit here at Holly Drive. It looks like Vine Street in the Hollywood Hills.
Without my permission?
Okay, so this is a game changer here where you have this suspect getting off the freeway. If you saw when they were passing kind of by the Hollywood Bowl area, it was pretty backed up there on surface streets, kind of wide open here. It's an interesting location that we used to know well here at Fox 11. Our studio used to be in that Hollywood area. Don't know if the suspect knows this area well, wants to get back on a freeway perhaps and go back towards the San Fernando Valley there. We talk about suspects sometimes going to an area, dangerous move there to get around the traffic.
Can you hear me and the thing now?
Back on the freeway, Marley, here we go. This suspect, again, might be going back northbound there on the 101 to go back to an area that feels more familiar. You can see that night sun right there tracking their every move.
Okay, so here is the information that we are working to confirm. Stolen vehicle, suspected stolen vehicle pursuit, suspect behind the wheel here. It's been identified as looks like they definitely sideswiped. And it looks like an SUV. According to what we're hearing, it looks like a gray SUV. It's hard to tell given even with the night sun on it, but no doubt it looked like, Christine, you can confirm from your vantage point that certainly looks like they definitely sideswiped.
What? No.
And it looks like an SUV.
I click live and
according to what
backwards.
we're hearing, it looks like a gray SUV. It's hard to tell given even with the night sun on it, but no doubt it looked like, Christine, you can confirm from your vantage point that certainly sideswiped the innocent driver.
Like it.
So some damage there. We're hearing it is a male suspect behind the wheel, so we will work to confirm some of these details. But we see this now playing out on surface streets in the Hollywood Hills. And Christine, we know how tight these streets can be and how if you're coming from the other direction, you don't expect to have a pursuit suspect coming right at you.
So interesting move by this driver here. So the driver started in the San Fernando Valley, got on the 101 freeway, went towards the Hollywood Hills, got back on the freeway after being on surface streets for a short time, and then got back off the freeway.
Can you hear me any better?
Over. So not sure why they are doing this jog around freeways and surface streets. Hollywood Hills, as Marlon noted, very narrow streets, as you can see right here. Not sure if this driver has any idea where they're going. Very scary for any resident in this area. In case this driver tries to ditch that vehicle, where do you go? You might go into somebody's yard or knock on their door or try to carjack them. So very scary if you live near Holly Drive and San Marco Drive and Deep Del Place, because that's an area where it's residential. There are no businesses there. So very scary.
Am I a little hotter now?
Doors.
And
a little bit louder.
In the Hollywood Hills, if you're familiar with it, you know there can be dead-end streets.
Danger Tater, yo, thank you.
It looked like they just hit one of those dead-end streets. So this could be a bonus for law enforcement. Let's bring on to our coverage Tim Lynn. He is a law enforcement specialist. Tim, what do you make of this in the Hollywood Hills? Very dangerous given how tight these streets are.
Exactly. It's not going to be a very high speed in these areas due to the topography here, but it's going to be very hard to contain these streets because they wind down through these hills and they go so high to where the vehicles or the police vehicles can't set up a perimeter around it very easily. And you were saying earlier that the cul-de-sac
prediction going up
and not knowing this area, he's just wandering, probably trying to figure out a way to get out. But after that crash, when he just before
Audio's fine now. Okay, it's just this is very annoying.
Place to get out and run because
Chris 2P knows what I'm talking about. Jerry, you're right. Hit the thumbs up. Is he getting out here? Yo, I think he hit it. This is not the type of area you want to be for a police chase.
Driving through the Hollywood Hills when you're not being pursued.
I'll just tell you, this is a bad spot.
In broad daylight can be tricky. You have to go slow. It's so narrow, and there's so many little side streets and curves, and clearly it doesn't seem, to your point, Tim, that this suspect knows this area well. And we often see that, though. We see that where people want to go.
Yeah, too many dead ends, and like there's just not.
End up in the Hollywood Hills.
You don't know where you are.
Not a great place to be.
There's no way this guy knows where he is. There's the police now. They're right on his ass again.
He just happened to get up the wrong street, and it looks like the ground units may have come in now and picked up on him. It looked like he blacked out at one point. I kept watching the night sun from the helicopter turning on and turning off, and to me that was indicating they were in a surveillance mode. But at this point now, he's blacked out, and they're in full pursuit at this point. And the one thing you did say that would make a lot of sense in this, you've got to keep in mind when these people get into neighborhoods, especially in that type of area where everything is very tight and quiet, lock your doors and make sure everything is shut down, because these people will get out, get on foot, and find the first open door they can go through.
Use your channel points.
Try to hide from the police, and if you happen to be in that building or the house,
King Ed, what's up?
A lot of problems, but luckily he worked his way out of the hills and now is on the freeway at the 101 northbound here. So
throw down your channel points. Will this chase last for 15 minutes? We are already 6 minutes, almost 7.
This driver made his way out of the hills there, was able to escape.
Hey, Rego, what's up?
Is that a motorcycle hot on his tail? That's not good. I would back off. This driver does not have his lights on, it appears, which is very scary. I hope this motorcycle person gets an idea of what's going on here and perhaps wants to stay as far away from that vehicle as possible. You have to see those police cars.
It don't look like he wants to stay far away. It looks like he wants to be right there.
Situation right there where you have to worry about an accident.
Yeah, Riga, I'm with you.
Other motorists.
These guys they bring on are annoying. And they're also like their timing is off.
But not sure where this driver is going, but it is back towards the origin of the start of this pursuit, San Fernando Valley.
Yeah, getting back to that, to the area where
the guys I'm talking to on the phone, they usually are several seconds behind because they're watching it on TV.
They're familiar with the area, but
and the TV people are watching it live,
going someplace and just trying to get out. But going at this speeds with no lights, people on the freeway just trying to get home in the evening, having this person blast by them.
So a lot of times something will happen while they're talking and they have no reaction, and then the people in the studio just interrupt them.
Work his way through traffic, and every once in a while that gap that you think you have isn't there, and they have too much speed to be able to stop. But unfortunately, CHP or LAPD back on the pursuit. And
Big Merle said that was in that area where the standoff, right? I feel like I've seen other chases in that area too. I wouldn't doubt
for a second that the watch commander from LAPD is going to go ahead and call this off on the ground units and have it go to surveillance mode and have the helicopter just follow it. But I believe I was told the want is stolen. If it's just a straight stolen, that's probably going to be the game plan.
And for viewers who may not understand why, because a lot of these can end up with deadly consequences.
Controllers in, that's like your new account?
Wild pursuit play out on our air live on
what made you change?
Sunday night with the
okay, it's crossing over here,
carjackings,
trying to juke out the cops or something.
And, I mean, on and on. It was just beyond wild. But for people who don't understand why authorities don't bring these things to an end faster, it's a lot easier said than done, right, Tim? And they back off and they go into what's called the follow mode, basically out of concern for public safety.
Punch that like button.
Exactly. And what you have to keep in mind,
JT said punch it and hit your sister.
Stolen,
that's right.
It's just a property crime.
Kick the hell out of that like button.
You don't want to have somebody lose their life over a vehicle and somebody taking a vehicle. Now, the one the other night, Sunday, they had to stay with those folks because they were stealing other cars. They were
on Sunday they needed to stick with them, but they failed.
The public in danger, so you try to get those people off the road.
Mental midgets, what's up?
This where you just have somebody driving.
Mr. Peggy Hill, thank you.
And just really causing more hazards than necessary.
Yeah, no lights. What's up,
Watch
Jimmy?
Commander watching the feed from the.
Yeah, that one on Sunday. These folks were stealing cars.
They have to weigh those parameters of the pursuit to see. But if he starts picking up more speed here, he's up in the hundreds.
Yo, Whimsical,
now.
what's up? And thank you for following Mental Midgets.
More than likely, we'll stop it.
That is terrifying.
Should keep the beard. You think so? Just line up. Yeah, I know it's a little.
I'm wondering,
sloppy,
Tim, from your perspective, how hard is it for this driver to drive with the lights off when it comes to visibility?
It's very difficult. You don't realize
how Roy, you got it.
Freeways are when you turn off your lights. I mean, they are extremely dark. But most cars nowadays have their daytime running lights, and it puts a little bit of light.
Yeah, it looks like this one doesn't have daytime running lights.
So, but they're still not strong enough to show any hazards ahead, or
or maybe it does. I can't tell.
To be able to make moves like he's doing here.
My car has lights on no matter what I do while it's running.
You need a little light in front of you
while it's moving
to be able to see what you're driving around, to be able to get through. And they're not. People aren't expecting you to come through at that speed and then blacked out like that. It's going to be a problem. And I'm trying to look really close to see if those daytime.
Forgot the TC. Oh, you're right. You're right.
Kind of washing them out. So it's just at this point, if we can look back and see if there's any units behind, but I doubt it at this point. I don't see any flashing against the back of the car right now. Normally you'll see the overhead lights flashing against the car at this point. But the driver of the police car now, their mindset is to stay in contact with the driver, but you have to hit
101. All right, thank you.
Your safety and maintain the safety of the people around you. So the officers have to weigh that as they're chasing and make the determination on their own how fast.
We almost had a bingo in the last chase, and we actually should have. It's the most ridiculous situation. Like, I swear it's insane that we watched a chase for well over an hour, and they had 4 different vehicles
involved in these pursuits,
and there was no speculation by anyone on whether or not they were going to run out of gas
or the type of driving you were doing. So every officer has been trained for that and always has that in the back of their mind.
We needed the out of gas
update on the location
square,
we were on the 101
and we would have had a bingo.
Studio City. Now we're on the 170 North Roscoe Boulevard exit, passing right here. Speeds, yes, above 100 miles per hour. This is a stolen vehicle pursuit. This kicked off in the San Fernando Valley. We've seen it go onto surface streets in the Hollywood Hills. We've seen it. Let's bring this up if we could. Sideswipe an innocent driver.
No, don't bring it up if we can. Don't bring it up
here. Trying to get away from authorities, and boom, that innocent driver just got sideswiped by this stolen vehicle pursuit.
Are there any other news stations on this? There are. Okay, hold on, we're going to switch.
Without headlights on.
Eliana's on it.
The Eliana specialist on the line with us. You think
take us home. Don't give us any replays. Don't give us bullshit.
Where this all began. It started on the LAPD's Devonshire Division.
She's super quiet though.
North and then eventually make their way west. Then we'll end up in the same area. Now, where this vehicle was taken from, that is unknown to us at this time. We just know that the chase started with.
Can you guys hear her?
The vehicle could have been taken from another division, like Mission or Foothill Division of the LAPD, or even.
Yeah, it is.
So at this point,
LA.
Unknown where the vehicle was taken from and when, or how many people may be in the vehicle. It's also unknown if the driver.
Civilian interaction.
I'm still waiting to hear confirmation on that. But for now, we continue northbound here on the.
Generally, don't count a car crash as that.
We might be exiting here, an area that we know well here in News Chopper 4. This is our home base, but it looks like he might be exiting here. Might be exiting. I think he is. Yeah, looks like he's going to exit at Van Nuys. So. All right, Terabella rather here.
This is where the news choppers park.
Terabella from the Fine Freeway, and are we gonna go under the freeway? Or are we gonna go? I think he.
Oh, what did he hit?
Right the vehicle.
What was that?
It seemed like something went flying. But we just made a left-hand turn.
What would a parade be? So the parade
coming up to Laurel Canyon
is when there's people out on the street, like taking pictures and stuff. You know, if somebody drives around their neighborhood for long enough, people come outside.
Toward the airport on Terabella.
Damn, he's going fast. He's going really fast.
Cool, I'll do. So he just exited the freeway at Terabella, making his way toward San Fernando Road.
Whoa.
The next major coming up. So
this is scary.
Our home base here at Whiteman Airport. So
I don't feel like he's going to stop at red lights.
Yeah, get a little bit closer. I'm going to transition and say a few words for our sister station, Telemundo. And we're coming here to the end of Terabella. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
That guy hit the brakes.
Nearly risked causing a traffic accident there at the intersection of Terabella and San Fernando Road. Now northbound San Fernando Road, adjacent to Whiteman Airport. Now, real quickly, I'm just going to say a few words for our sister station, Telemundo. Of course, if anything super dramatic happens, I'm going to move back to English. He's on Pierce, George.
It's probably too late there. You never know. There could be people out watching the chase.
Desde el helicóptero, yo soy Eliana Moreno reportando sobre una persecución policíaca que se encuentra en el área de Pacoima. Estamos en la calle Pierce, justo al norte del aeropuerto.
I don't understand that either, Dimitri. Like, how does this car not have daytime running lights?
Vehículo robado. Es un carro Ford.
KK, we actually have a emote here. It's a follower emote, so you can use it if you're following. And that's actually the girl who is talking.
Aquí en el Valle de San Fernando, la persecución se fue a la
Hey, Lady Stiletto. Hey, Jamie.
Después la 101, hasta que llegó al área de Hollywood, donde se dio la vuelta y se subió.
You can turn them off if you cut the fuse? Well, damn, that's a lot. They stole this car.
Se salió de la autopista 5 en la calle Terabella y ahora nos encontramos aquí en Pacoima.
What is that hanging off the car now? When they got in a wreck, did they, like, lose a part of the car? You see that? Like, part of the car is dragging on the ground.
Just drove through Pierce Street and is now.
The driver stole this vehicle, Lady Stiletto. This is a stolen car.
Pacoima, we're going to be coming up to Van Nuys Boulevard. These streets are always super busy. Again, streets that we know very well. And I can tell you that it's always very busy, especially here on Van Nuys Boulevard, which is a street that we're just turning onto right now. So Van Nuys Boulevard, directly behind us, George, on Van Nuys. And
what the heck is that?
The officer here, the CHP officer.
This cop is really coming up on him.
He might be setting up to do a pit because he's getting right near that bumper. George, it's.
You think they got flat tires? Kind of looks like
so
it.
Van Nuys Boulevard headed.
I don't think it's a gas pump, though. Damn it, Eliana. Damn it. All right, we got to switch back. Sorry. Okay.
NOC, can I switch to O? He's in the apartments, George. The Pierce Street.
Eliana is ahead here. But
back towards
she can't really catch it right now. She's having trouble.
CHP looks like they're thinking about doing a pit. Yeah,
she's having trouble figuring out. She's got a black screen.
54 miles an hour.
Yeah.
A lot will happen at that speed if you do that.
15 minutes is up. You're right. Thank you.
A chance to take a look, and more than likely he's teeing it up for when he catches him on a turn. But that a very sharp turn there around the corner, down through the neighborhood here. And right now he's kind of working his way back down towards
3D. What's up?
Pierce Street. So this is a very, as I said, thin streets, very tight, very dark. So I hope somebody's not out there, but CHP is sticking with it, and I'm surprised LAPD hasn't gotten in on this yet.
Tim, you're right. Those streets are very narrow in that neighborhood, which is very scary because it's so dark out there. You can see that.
Yeah, I wish you'd just turn the headlights on, man. What are you doing?
More aggressive.
All right, this looks like you're getting into some sort of dead end.
The field.
I feel like you're going.
A pit maneuver right there.
You're gonna get screwed here.
A short time ago. Right now, though, as we're
whoa,
what happened there? Sparks.
I feel like they're going to jump out.
My question for you, Tim, as you watch how this
I feel like they're jumping out
here. The speeds, the aggressiveness, what does it tell you about this driver and how bad?
Maybe not. I'll run the prediction, but I felt like for a second like that was it.
They're very motivated, I can tell you that. You see, they're right there. LAPD's watching the area, just came in on there, so they're keeping an eye. But this area right here is very crowded.
Will this chase last for 30 minutes?
He just drove through. I thought sure he was going to go out on foot because those are extremely difficult to deal with.
The plastic thing around the wheel. Yeah, I think you're right, JT.
And they're doing all this turning and stuff. All they're trying to do is get distance between them and that unit behind them to be able to get out and get over a couple fences and hopefully get away. But with the helicopter overhead, with their light, their infrared camera, it's going to be very difficult. Now, coming back onto Pierce, like I said.
I think we have the Eliana emote. If you're on YouTube, you just got to join the channel, which takes like $1.
Now he's going south.
And then you can use the emote.
Taking back down towards the
so I think that's easily worth $1.
So,
like to be able to use that Eliana emote, easily worth $1.
Wide area that they have.
No question.
Blacked out, actually no daytime running lights now that we got in front. He's totally blacked out.
Yeah.
So nobody's seeing him come, and that's super dangerous because people will make a simple turn or lane change not knowing he's there.
Oh, gosh,
the driver's there. So.
Yeah, and speeds. If you look at the speeds on the surface streets, 75 miles per hour plus at this point. No lights. This is in Pacoima, San Fernando Road. And
he's going really fast on these streets.
Like watching somebody with a
Ooh, that's a red light
blowing through intersections. This is a stolen vehicle pursuit suspect behind the wheel here, some sort of an SUV. We're still working to confirm some of the details. This
it looks like the police backed off.
Valley. It's the night sun that you're seeing tracking from above. CHP is involved, and now LAPD. So even though it is on surface streets, to Christine's point, Tim, it's still CHP as we now zoom in. It looks like some back end damage with something hanging off the right side of the right tail light there, making a right turn here on Branford Street. They work in conjunction, CHP and LAPD.
This is it.
Yes, the pursuing unit will stay on it.
Wait, we're stopping. We're going to interrupt here. Yeah, they're stopping here. They stopped. One person out bailing, making a run for it. Not very quickly, though. Not a fast runner there. You'd think law enforcement that's been right there on that pursuit will catch this person pretty quickly. You have to wonder, though, are they armed, Tim? That's got to be a big concern there as police are chasing this person.
Well, it looks like the CHP had backed off.
Where'd he go?
Because of that driving. So this is
where'd he go?
When they do that surveillance mode, it gets into the point to where they pursuing.
Did they lose him? No, they lost him.
The air unit's going to try to give information.
They lost him.
Units around it.
Was that him?
And outside of the area to be.
Dude, they don't know where the fuck he is. They just lost him.
This guy, they locked down the area, but it's very difficult for the officers to get into the area quickly. Here comes the first CHP.
I mean, he's over here somewhere.
LAPD is going to swoop into the area as well and start setting that perimeter. But he's gotten up into this business area here, so
this guy's snitching on him.
There he is.
Yeah, ran into that.
All right, so he's going to be in
looks
here.
Like somebody, innocent bystander there is just saying, yeah, I saw somebody run this way.
Yeah, it's imagine being at work, waiting there, and all of a sudden somebody comes running by and into the business. Now they got to make sure that they get the back of that business sealed. That's what that TFO or the flight officer is doing in the area to be able to keep that back door covered, because he gets into those cars, he's going to have a lot of cover and concealment to get through there. So,
you've seen someone run in this place before. I don't know about this place, but
this guy into these strip mall or the strip.
Yeah, stuff looks. Everything looks familiar.
So it's going to be hard work for LAPD and CHP.
Welcome to America.
Narrow this thing down. And
why don't they have infrared? The police usually do.
Being armed. Now you have to keep.
So the police helicopters generally, not every single one of them, but a lot of them do. The news doesn't have any tech like that. They don't need it.
Buildings and also have the ability of having canines and things of that sort. But now you see the area turn its light back on, kind of keeping an eye on the back. He's also,
based on what we're seeing,
on that helicopter
is
the flight officer is using an infrared camera to keep an eye out to see.
We got fourth row bingo. Really?
It's easier to see them with that infrared than it is with the light, and they're flying very low with the LAPD helicopter.
No, I don't think so.
Keeping an eye out. So they're gonna.
I think we got the foot chase, and I think we got the civilian interaction with that guy right there. Maybe
can't get out, and then hopefully start doing a search.
He did not drive on the sidewalk, though. I don't think.
It could take hours to find him with all those cars. So they're gonna have to.
Yeah, it's an ROI. Yeah. There's no way.
So you're saying with the infrared, they have better eyes and ears than we do right now with their view. I'm noting the body language of the officers, and you saw at least one person.
They haven't got him yet.
Probably a worker or two, and they ran out of there. They are behind the officers where it's safe for them. But the body language here tells me, Tim, that they're not too concerned immediately about what's in front of them right there. Perhaps they have some intel as to where this person ran or how far they could go. Maybe they did go towards the back door. Maybe they are holding.
What do we win if we get bingo,
dude? The body language tell you.
Everything. You win everything.
They're keeping cover. It's where they're not going in and trying to get as many people out of there by yelling in.
Yeah, Laruski, there will be people on the ground.
In as a team.
I don't know that I will have.
They're not doing the SWAT activity where they're
their link or anything, but there will be people down there trying to get footage for the news or for their own stream.
They're not ready to go in there. They're going to have to get a game plan together to make sure they have.
You know what I should do?
Before they try to go.
And anybody, please feel free to remind me if this ever happens again. But when we get a bingo, I need to use that Twitch Moments feature. You can give people a badge that says they were there.
I've had them do that to me, and
when they got the bingo,
they'll go in, and I'm watching.
That's possible.
So now see a roof hat.
So
you see this guy sprinting.
Why is he running like that?
Trying to explain.
So somebody try to remind me if we get a bingo, which we almost had one the other night. It's frustrating. I could go and do the. Didn't they get rid of moments? I don't think so. Did they?
Slow down. Get together.
I swear I had some reminder of it recently, but maybe my reminder was that it's gone.
First things first, they have to lock down the area and contain the suspect.
Well, speaking of the area, I just did a quick search. So according to
so we can't do it.
Navigation system here, it's
a good idea.
Street and San Fernando Road in Pacoima. And if you do a Google Maps on that it looks like this may be a window tinting location that closes at 8:30.
Go on like Twitch Sings,
so
yeah, RIP Twitch Sings.
Why it would be open at this time of night, and the suspect would be able to just run in. So this could be, again, this isn't confirmed, but just doing the.
Okay, you can't give them out anymore. Okay.
Window tinting.
I never used it or cared, but just thought like, oh, that would be a good way to use it.
Right now, in fact, so it looks like it's
window tinting locations is like very GTA.
We're seeing here live from Fox 11. Let's show you that moment though, while we're sort of in the standby mode, when the suspect decided to pull over abruptly, and there's that suspect making a run for it. Branford Street, San Fernando Road, makes a right turn here once he sees this parking lot, the entryway, turns in there, and then seemingly may have run into this window tinting business.
There is
right
Escape Up. What's up? You know,
industrial area in Pacoima. So
I thought that they had found the guy. I mean, is this just, do they know where he is right now and they're just standing there waiting for him, or what is this?
This business is open, which if this is the right business, there would be the employees inside. Everybody.
Right. Like, it seemed like they knew he was in that room. And maybe he's just hiding.
Situation,
but right now they don't seem to be like concerned, right?
Could be armed.
This is very weird. I don't know.
Just assume that they are, and you know, how are you going to get them out, and how are you going to protect the lives of the innocent workers there?
Exactly. Time is on the officer's
Yeah, JT, I know about that. Yeah, I think I had one once.
It looks like they're zooming in for something there, but. The officers are going to stay back. Now you see the group of LAPD officers there grouped up out, more than likely game planning what they're going to do, and then you try to get all the innocent.
They're giving him time to come out peacefully, right? But
get out, and you walk.
They don't seem to be like over there, like communicating. Like they seem to be talking amongst themselves instead of talking to that person.
Everybody's going to be detained coming out of the business to make sure that. The suspect isn't going to come out pretending.
He has the mirrored tint around him so they can't see him.
Basically point him out.
There you go, JT.
But, yeah, this is just the opportunity. That's the first open door.
Like, they're talking to each other. They're not talking like you would. I would kind of expect them right now. Sorry, I'm talking over this guy, but who gives a fuck about this guy?
You never know.
This Tim guy is annoying anyway. But it seemed like
the officer on scene.
Normally they would have like their thing, and they'd be like, "Hey, come out right now with your hands up," and instead they're like just standing there talking to each other and stuff. But let's move back to Eliana.
Placing units where he needs them because he has the overhead view. Yeah, putting units in critical locations to block any avenue.
Maybe she's got better insight than retired officer guy. Branford Industrial Center.
No, I never saw him collide with anything. But we couldn't see him when he got back on the 101 after he drove through Hollywood and he jumped.
Needs a refresher, yeah. Spud, what's up?
We were obstructed by a mountain, so I couldn't see him jump back on the freeway, so it could have happened then.
Sup here, what's up? Yeah, I don't know. They know where the guy is, so I think that this one is, they're going to get him. I don't think that he could disappear here. I'm pretty sure he went in this door, and then someone came out and pointed and said, "Hey, he's in there." And
watch as LAPD tries to take this guy into custody here in Pacoima.
Why is this taking so long? And there was a cop car here and it drove away.
A su fin aquí en el área de Pacoima en las calles Branford y San Fernando. La policía de Los Ángeles que está esperando para el momento ideal.
Fox ended their stream.
Este edificio comercial donde
Fox is still live on my end. It looks like am I just behind?
Después de abandonar el vehículo que presumamente había robado.
I'm behind.
Déjame, muevo la cámara hacia la calle Branford para mostrarles el vehículo y dónde terminó. Ahí lo ven, el carro café en color, una camioneta.
It's still possible. Yeah, it's still being shown. I still got video of it right this minute.
Solo ese sospechoso, el que estaba detrás del volante, que abandonó el vehículo en la calle Branford y se...
Yeah, I've got a live video of it on their station still, but it's not... You gotta look elsewhere.
Cuando él entró, vimos que una mujer que estaba dentro, ella salió, entonces pensamos que el negocio todavía está abierto aquí en la calle Branford, en el área de Pacoima, y la policía dice que los empleados están diciéndoles que esta es la única manera de poder entrar o salir del edificio. Entonces no creen que es posible que el sospechoso salga por ninguna de las otras puertas. Entonces cuando el momento ideal llegue, los oficiales de la policía de Los Ángeles de la división Foothill van a entrar al edificio y
KTLA is there as well.
Y finalmente poderlo arrestar, porque esta es una persecución que ya ha durado más de media hora. Empezó en el Valle de San Fernando, se fue al sur hacia Hollywood antes de regresar una vez más.
I have no idea what's going on.
En el área de Pacoima,
really?
Donde el sospechoso continúa prófugo.
Bunch of industrial parks and water facilities. Okay.
Okay, back with you guys here in English. What I was just saying in Spanish is that LAPD was told by the employees that there's really no other way in or out of this building. So they're pretty confident they're going to be able to get this guy whenever the time is right. They're going to approach and
What's up, Sentless?
Locate him in the building and take him into custody. Now, this is a very large building, but I don't know.
Quant said that she says Snooze is looking muy bueno with the beard.
The unit where he ran.
You think she's watching?
At the number, it says it's Unit 19, but I don't know if there's any way for him to hop over to any of the nearby businesses, if they have a shared attic or anything of that nature. So at this point, that's...
Yeah, there are so many cops for this one guy.
He's in there because the employees told them that there's really no other way for this guy to...
I feel like that...
I am hearing that officers are trying to get some traffic control here through the area. They're trying to get traffic.
There's so many cops, so it's like, is this guy armed?
Not San Fernando.
They don't know that.
They are trying to block Branford to prevent vehicles from coming this way.
They're saying that he's barricaded inside the building. So are they going to bring out a dog? It seems like that could be a viable option here, is to bring out a dog. For those who play GTA, this is that area where you go to the construction site to set the flare to have your motorcycle club supplies airdropped. Interesting. I wonder if this guy plays. Crazy the workers are accomplishments. Oh shit, maybe. Maybe somebody could switch out with him. Change clothes and stuff. JT said his twin brother works there. That would be smart. Yep.
Try to sneak a peek here at this business.
Kenny, yeah, you're late. This was an interesting one, but
what type of business is
at some point this guy pulled over, he ran, went into this
this building in the granite yard. I think it's
this commercial Branford Park in Pacoima, whatever it's called, Branford Industrial Park or something like this. And now the person was running and then they went in here, and Then the employees who were in there came out and pointed in there, and the cops now are
forward just a bit, George. Thank you.
Standing here waiting.
At the bottom.
Supposedly the guy is barricaded inside. 5+ cops. And the 5+ cops, I'm usually looking for that to be while they're driving. Cops lost him. No, they didn't lose him. He's like in there, and supposedly there's no way to get out. So like there's no exit on the other side. They have police on the other side of the building too, but apparently there's no way to get out. So he's just stuck. And there's no way he's gonna get away. But you know what? I said that the other night when we were watching the guys drive that big ass truck. I said, there's no way you're going to get away now that you're driving this milk tanker thing. And guess what? They got away. So, never say never. The employees get paid for this? They must, right? I think this, you know, this is counted as chase time. No. So I haven't ended the prediction, have I? No, this is it's a no.
Apparently it may connect to at least one more unit, but they're
blocking
everything so that there's
this did not last for 30 minutes.
Can he
but
do that? Quite possible. We've had that happen before. So they're just setting everything up before they try to approach.
Ventilation ducts. There you go. 98K goes to 3D hand. Damn, there's a lot of points on this one, huh?
Everybody who was in there ran out.
25 people had points on this. That's pretty cool. The employee who came out to snitch is the guy. Oh, shit.
A little south to where we were, too. That would work. Just because I'm trying to dodge that building at, like, the bottom of the frame.
At some point... No, I think that if you worked at this place, this would probably be pretty cool. Like, maybe you're scared for a second, but then you don't have to work. You just stand out there, and then you know that anybody who works here and is here tonight, all the people who work there in the daytime tomorrow will be like, holy shit, what happened? This will be the only thing they talk about for the next week. And then, so like, this is exciting. This is the most exciting thing that's ever happened at this window tinting, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, this works right here. Thank you.
SWAT is getting a call. Omar, that just seems so over the top. Like, just bring a dog in or something. Like, what are we doing here? Why is this place open that late? Yeah, I don't know what kind of work they do in this one. They said it was window tinting, but I don't know if that means this one or it's like there's many other businesses in this industrial park, right? Is your chat overlay? It does look like it's broken. It does. Thank you.
So now we patiently wait here for the next move. Again, he does have access to 2 units in this large commercial building, but apparently he can't go beyond that. And there's nobody else inside. Everyone who was in ran out. I did see one lady in a blue dress. She ran out right as the suspect ran in. And at this point, no word on whether the guy is possibly armed. There's really nothing to lead us to believe that he is. But of course,
the shop was supposed to close at 8:30, so it literally happened right before closing.
Approach with either
right.
Or,
okay.
drawn,
interesting.
Possibly bring out the police K9.
So these people probably got, I mean, they're going to get sent home without all their stuff. Like, they can't go get their stuff out of their locker or desk or whatever.
Do that in Spanish and in English, just in case he doesn't
You think running into a mall is a good or a bad idea? I've seen it work
they can move in and try to take
several times, Mr. Peggy Hill. I've seen it work.
This could become the
So
if they believe
I've also seen people do stuff like go into Walmart, change their clothes, come out,
and again, he was
and get away.
Car, a Ford SUV, and it was LAPD Devonshire Division officers who first spotted the car. It was at around 8 o'clock.
How many people could be there at this time? Yeah, good question.
Over, but he failed to yield, so he made his way through surface.
There weren't that many people that came outside, it didn't look like.
He got on south.
CCTV, Riga, you're right, but how you gotta think about how long does it take for the police to get there, first of all, get in the mall, talk to the security, review the tape. Right, you'd be long gone by then. Maybe they like see your face or something, but they may have already done that when you were running. So I mean, it's just like, if you're talking short term, I think it can work, right?
Before getting out of that mess and back onto the 101 freeway, he went north 101.
Also assuming security released it. I mean, I assume they would, but like that would be time consuming.
At Terabella, and then once he was on surface streets,
you miss. What did you miss? Whimsical. I don't know when you left, but this guy's ran in here and nothing has happened since then. He dumped the car and ran in here on foot. And hey, guys, watch my fucking music video. You got a minute? Watch the music video. There's nothing happening right now. You might as well go watch it. There's a link.
In the vehicle and took off running and ended up inside of this commercial building where he likely scared all of the employees. And
think all look good with the facial hair.
All running out as we got a visual of the door. Suspect ran in. And apparently he's in there by himself. He has access to 2 units within this very large commercial building. But they're saying that he really has no other way out. The employees say that that open door is the only way in and it's the only way out.
Open door is the only way in and out, but he has access to 2 units.
On the ceiling there, he's not going to have a very easy time avoiding the LAPD or the CHP who are now working.
I mean, there's clearly these doors right here, right? Like this is a door.
Since this is their jurisdiction, it's Foothill Division. But the CHP is
grow it out until October. I don't think I'm going
to.
The
case, then they might have to take the lead.
Everybody hit the like button if you're on YouTube.
That out. But for now, for those of you who live in the area, what you should
in Toilet Brush, what's up? Yeah, this is a perfect situation for the canine dog.
Basically avoid it between San Fernando and Laurel Canyon. That's what I would do. So avoid Branford, Laurel, and San Fernando. Open through the area.
Sky 5 has a little bit different view in here. I'll show. They got away from it real quick, but actually, I kind of like their view right now. I'm going to show you guys just a little bit different.
It's mostly commercial.
Just a little bit different.
On the Laurel Canyon side of it, there are a lot of apartments there, but you can still access that via Laurel Canyon. So at this point, I really won't have too much in the way.
I don't think they have any audio, but a little bit different view. They have a more direct shot in there. You know, there's nothing to see anyway, but just like some pallets and boxes. Cardboard boxes, some black or some red box, and some pallets. Pallet boards.
Un sospechoso de robo de auto aquí en
Branford Industrial Center. Kenny, you ever been to Branford Industrial Center? Someone will think you're LaBoo. Jenny gonna hang me on her little bag. Give the music video a thumbs up. Thank you, Jerry. Easy. Do a standoff prediction. The thing about that, Laruski, I would love to do that if I had any assurance that the news stations were going to stay there for any period of time. I just have no idea. I feel like they won't be here that long. Fox already gave up on it. It looks like. Hold on. Did they?
Antes de dar la vuelta a la derecha a la calle Branford, donde abandonó el vehículo y se echó a la fuga, corriendo adentro de este edificio, donde los empleados corrieron para afuera cuando él corrió hacia adentro.
Still no movement from inside this business where the suspect driver of a stolen brown SUV ran into this business.
What one am I hearing now?
After a dangerous high-speed chase. This is in Pacoima, Brantford, near San Fernando Road.
Here. Okay, we'll listen to this.
Pacoima, Brantford, near San Fernando Road. It's a business park here, and that door there is the only way in and out for that suspect driver of the vehicle. We did hear LAPD and CHP both talking about bringing a K9 unit in. They do have one K9 unit here so far from the CHP.
It's like the whack part of the valley, and the valley's already whack. Okay. What's up, Filski? I feel like they could just get a dog out here and it would... How, it's usually not that hard to get a dog. I understand it's super hard for them to like get the SWAT team and shit, but like the dog? You got this many cop cars and none of them got a dog? They could fly a drone inside. You know, I bet they could. Seriously, I bet they could do that. So, I just don't know. What if the person is Kenny, and he's texting us now as an alibi? This genius. I mean, I've seen them use drones in chases before. You'd think... But, like, what's the point of that, honestly? What's the point? What's the drone gonna do? Just so they can look at the guy? Like, they need to get him to come out. I don't know that a drone does that.
And the police are going to treat this as a barricaded suspect at this point, refusing to come out of the business. No other exit point for this driver who ran in there.
If they can't figure out where he is in there, I guess so.
The sliding warehouse.
But they could just go in and find him, right? I don't know. What's he gonna do?
That door there. I don't know if there's another one inside.
There's just not that many realistic scenarios where this guy like hurts somebody, in my opinion.
But they mentioned that there was 2 businesses associated with this warehouse door here. That
Did you see what he did to send? Good point, Phil.
They decided to do. They have a K9 unit from CHP. They might be waiting for the LAPD K9 unit to arrive.
Now they're saying they're waiting for a dog. So they can see where he is. Well, going there without knowing where he's hiding. I guess so. But like... the dog's not going to know where he is either. Does LAPD have drones? Avocado, yeah, I think so. Like, I've seen police departments in the LA area use drones in chase situations multiple times.
Yeah.
CHP has drones? Okay. They can clear rooms and get the perp to just give up? Like just going in there? Or you mean the drone? They could fly in precisely? I remember one time this guy was doing this long ass standoff with the police.
Call out on the PA system from the vehicle here to the driver that ran into the business here to call him to come out.
All right, so anyway.
Otherwise, they're going to bring the canine in.
Yeah, all right, whatever. So I saw this guy who had a standoff for hours, right? And the police are there, and they would go up and throw gas cans into the guy's truck, and he would pick it up with his hand and throw it back out. So what they did is they got a drone down there. But we're watching this like, what is the drone going to do? What can you possibly do with a drone? So they fly the drone out in front of the guy's truck to distract him. And then they came up and sprayed gas into his truck while he was looking at the fucking drone. Because he was thwarting their attempts to get him to gas him over and over. And then they're like, all right, well, you won't know what's up if we got this drone. It worked. It worked. What's up, Streetwalker? I'll be right back.
Well, to recap this situation, we started hearing about this pursuit just before 8 o'clock tonight, originating out of the LAPD Devonshire Division in the San Fernando Valley. It was on surface streets, LAPD units trying to pull over a stolen vehicle. The vehicle took off on those officers. They went into pursuit. The airship got overhead, started tracking the vehicle all the way across on surface streets to the...
I saw highlights of that one on shorts. It was good.
Southbound on the 170 freeway into the Hollywood area, up the Cahuenga Pass and down into Hollywood. Exited off at, I believe it was Cahuenga, got back on the freeway for a short distance and then exited northbound, the northbound side of the 101 freeway.
Yeah, data crash, you're right.
And into the area around.
Eventually they'll just have police dogs.
Hollywood Reservoir, drove on those narrow streets for a little bit.
Yeah, JT, they used a stick.
Down the hill, got back on the 101 freeway northbound this time.
They used a stick and they stuck it in the back window, like they were distracting him so he couldn't close the window or whatever, you know?
To the California Highway Patrol when the vehicle got on the 170 freeway, made its way up to the 5 freeway northbound and exited Terabella, got off on Terabella and was tearing through the streets there, 75 miles an hour at times.
The Dallas SWAT event when they had the dog
public housing
or the robot or whatever.
Airport, and then back onto San Fernando Road southbound, ending up making a right-hand turn right here at this intersection, San Fernando and Brantford. Came down the street. Now, by that point, the CHP that was in pursuit was behind quite a distance. The driver pulled over right there by that tree and then started running down the sidewalk here, made his first turn into this commercial area here, businesses along Brantford, and found the first door you could find, ran into there, and that's when the CHP arrived along with LAPD. They cordoned off the area. The airship was keeping track. We understand there's no back door to this business, so...
All right, while you're sitting here, go open the music video, hit the thumbs up.
Inside the building, unwilling to come out.
Easy.
And now LAPD bringing in a canine unit here shortly.
Shortly canine unit. When? Is this a canine unit? Where's the dog? We got a bingo spot for him. I'm shocked that it takes this long to get a dog. Like, is that what they're really waiting for? Sometimes, like, the news people say this over and over, and it's like, are they just, is that true? Yo, Sven, what's up? The dog is already self-conscious about his height. The Black Mirror episode with those things chasing people, yes. It sounds dystopian, just flat out. Is no back door sounds like a fire trap. Jamie, that's a good point. How is that legal? There's only one way in and one way out? Is that up to code? Yo, Burger, what's up? Waiting for Mr. Tire. OSHA on the way exposed themselves on television. Fire marshal on the way. I'm surprised these news choppers are staying here this long. Like, this just, the level of crime this guy has committed and the, like, level of intensity of this situation are not that crazy. NFPA fire code requires more than one exit. Slow news night. 3D, I guess so. And it's only 9 o'clock there. What did he do? Avocado, this guy stole a car and then ran from the police in said car. Yeah, there are 2 exits, but they're side by side. Right, there's this like garage door, and then there's a regular door. Those are probably like 2 separate rooms, right? Like you probably go back here and go through another door and get here or something. Sean, what's up? Did you guys go click like on the video? Please go click like on the video.
Well, the standoff continues with this stolen vehicle driver who ran into that building right there, that roll-up door off of Brantford.
ABC's here too. I'm on KTLA. So I think we could probably stick around and watch this for a while because there's at least enough news stations on it right now.
Is hunkered down in there.
Oh, I already had ABC up.
A canine unit, and they'll make
NBC
call
still
out
on this?
when that dog arrives. And
NBC's showing like a replay of it, it looks like.
We'll see what happens from that point. At this point, the area is locked down.
Unless this is something else.
The vehicle
what are we
the
at?
driver was in is
the same car,
there
right?
behind the tree, had rolled to a stop, jumped out and ran. He was able to get some space.
They showed him hitting something. I'm watching it on NBC. They showed him hitting
because
something.
He made a pretty daring
Wait, is this
turn
different?
off of Pierce
Wait.
with a lot of traffic on it. The CHP got
This is the same car, right?
up there, couldn't get behind him right
This is
away.
a different car?
On that turn, he was able to go high speed down San Fernando Road, southbound of Brantford, make that right.
Are we watching a replay? We are, right? This is the same car.
Was keeping track
This is the end of the
with
chase.
the night sunlight. He ran down the street
Yeah.
and came up this driveway right into that. The first door he could find. This business was open.
I didn't notice that from that angle, he had gotten in a wreck, like right at the end of the chase.
We did see a worker.
That could have caused him to stop, actually.
An apron on. She came running out, and the information from the workers is that there's no rear door. There's no way out except through that roll-up door. 2 businesses operate out of this warehouse, but
Yeah, they got to go wake up the dog. Same car. Yeah, they were showing it from, I guess we weren't watching it on NBC because they lost feed, remember? And they were replaying it. And as he was coming down that road and he turned right and jumped out, he hit a car. And
we'll see if that changes.
maybe that had something to him, had something like that could have been related to why he stopped right there. He did. It wasn't a serious crash, but like sideswiped somebody.
The LAPD. So California Highway Patrol took over the pursuit while it was on the freeway.
He might get close-up footage. Like it seemed like these people all are working here, right? Because the cops have it blocked off now. I don't know anybody's getting in this area.
That's when LAPD units.
But it would still be interesting to see it from the street.
They've taken over the lead on this pursuit now that it's come to an end.
But yeah, I'll open that guy's stream up. Looks like he's driving somewhere.
So we'll see what happens here. We're waiting for that K9 unit to arrive.
Or he's already there and he's just stuck. No, they don't have any cars out here blocked, right? I don't know. I think he's there. The helicopter, the police helicopter is up in the air. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. This guy, Jason, he's a stringer. And he's out here on the ground. Yo, thank you for following. Aerobot? What is that? A police bot? The camera catch him going in the building. Yeah.
Agent 33, squad 135, overdose in 135's area.
This must be like where but why are all these cars stopped? Like, where is this in this area that they got all these cars stopped? Because you can see the helicopter flying around, and there's all these FedEx cars. And you can see this over here is the FedEx building. So there must be somewhere where all these FedEx trucks are getting caught and not being allowed to go. Because he's just behind like a fleet of FedEx trucks that are on and running. Someone else says in his chat that there are K9 units that are a couple minutes out. So it seems to me like the dogs will be there soon. If that person in the chat knows what he's talking about. These drivers just they're trying to drop their trailer and go home. Shit, that sucks for them. It's counted as a parade? No. Parade would be like when the car's going by and everyone's out there, you know, like in a parade where they're throwing candy and stuff. There's really nothing on the bingo card at this point besides the dog. Or if we were to see the guy on the phone. Or if he took his shirt off. Or if the helicopter mentions that they're almost out of gas. We could get that. I've been live for an hour for this one. The chase ended like 20 minutes. With the guy pointing, I don't know, Dimitri, do you think so? I never really thought about that, but it kind of is a Good Samaritan. The general idea of the Good Samaritan square was like when someone intervenes in the chase to try and stop them, right? Or like someone tries to be a vigilante. But that guy pointing at where he went is kind of, I don't know. I guess that's up for debate. Like Mr. Tire. Right, Mr. Tire was the definition. Also, in 2020, there was another excellent instance of this where this guy just drove around for a couple hours.
Like it's
okay, that's got to be...
K9 team coming in.
That's the K9 team?
End up here.
Okay, here we go.
Additional units rolling.
There's a bunch of them. Okay. I just don't see where these FedEx trucks are stuck. I don't see where that is. But there's this guy who's driving around slow as fuck, okay? In a SUV. And he's driving around. He even had someone come and give him something while he was driving in this chase forever, and they were just slowly following him in circles. And somebody must have been watching on TV and they were pissed. So this guy jumped in his truck, got over there, and intervened. And it was a really dumb idea. And he had this big shark decal on the side of his truck. And he intervened, and he came up and he was like trying to drive the guy off the road. And it worked. He actually got the guy to like drive around, and he drove off of like a car park thing, and like the entire vehicle flipped. And the same guy, because like he had this decals on the side of his truck that like were his business, right? He had some kind of business. And he got on Facebook the next day and was like using his 15 minutes of fame to like promote his business. And he had gotten handcuffed the night before. They apparently didn't arrest him, but like they handcuffed him and were like questioning him. But he actually did manage to end the chase and promote his business. Driver going 100, texting perfect, but crashed at 35. That hasn't been that long. I mean, it feels like that wasn't that long ago. They're still trying to find a streetwalker. Is it over? I mean, it's over, but the dogs are just now showing up. And supposedly they're going to send dogs in there. But all the dog trucks parked over here, supposedly these are the dog trucks, and they're all parked over here instead of driving up to the scene. It's been at least 2 years, really? Have not had someone streaming their own chase on Instagram. Yeah, it was at least a year ago that last guy did it. I think. I've seen that several times, though. It's funny. Big Merle, how are all these chases? It's the same thing. I swear. All right. That chase from last night or whatever night that was, that one we actually saw a bunch of shit I'd never seen before. And that's super rare. Right? Like that one actually had at least one thing I'd never seen before, where they carjacked that semi-truck and they drove the semi-truck the wrong way on the freeway. Never seen that. And I'm trying to think what else happened. I've seen people switch cars several times. Certainly seen the car roll out from under the bridge, which happened twice on that same day. The one with the dirt bike showing up, that was crazy. Never seen that before. How long ago was that? That was last year. Like late last year. Yeah, Riga, go back and watch my VOD of it. It's super good. That was definitely the best chase of this year. And I mean, definitely one of the top 10 I've ever streamed. Maybe a top 10 I've ever even seen. They got a flare out here now. I haven't seen a dog yet. Have you guys seen a dog yet? The logistics of this must be insane with how many people, how much discussion. Like, this is so crazy for one guy inside of a fucking industrial building. The odd truck drop-off. That was super weird, Sean, but I feel like I seen similar stuff, but I don't know. Maybe not. Do the one where it was some dude going super fast on a bike and he hit a car. No. I didn't stream that one. It happened so fast that I didn't go live. Helicopters are going to need to refuel. Yeah. We haven't heard them mention that. But I'll see. Well, how many of these? NBC's still here. We're watching KTLA, and ABC is also still here. So there's at least 3 news choppers on this. Who the fuck are all these people? These are people who work in the building? That Jason guy went offline. I think he's just stuck. Incident command. Yeah, they're all spread out over the place. They're right next to an airport. But can they just go anywhere? They're not even very far from their own spot, right? Like where the news choppers actually launch from. I think they're pretty close. For when they shot that last guy in the industrial park, yeah. That happened pretty quickly, though, right? Pacoima, yeah, they're in Pacoima. They're studying maps of the place. PK, what's up? I mean, this is extremely small, according to the... Like, he doesn't have access to that much space, and the only ways out are these doors right here. This garage door and that little door there. Who was that couple? I don't know. I assume they came from this building. That lady ran out from the building when the guy ran in. The lady in the dress. So I think these two people were working there. I think the guy is the one who pointed and told the police, and then the lady was in there too. They both came running out when the guy ran in. Where the heck is the dog? They're just taking their time. GTA has taught me that for these kind of situations, kick open the door, use a compact grenade launcher. Don't worry, because you blow yourself up, there's a respawn point at the door. There you go. Apart from this chase, last chase, they've been pretty shit. Yeah, there's been a lot of them, though, Sean. Right? Like, I've streamed a lot of chases. There were several of them that I wasn't able to do when I was in Europe. There has to be cameras. Yeah, analytic, I don't know. Maybe. I think this is a fairly small space, but... And I doubt they even have access to that stuff. Maybe there's remote access. Yeah, no respawn point in this situation. All right, we should do some kind of prediction. We gotta do something, dude. Well, should we do timing on how soon the dog gets there, how soon... whether or not this whole entire thing lasts for another certain amount of time? What is the move? 5 minutes for a dog.
Yeah, with a door better, yeah. Because he's going to go in.
Otani to snatch one out. Oh, nice. Will we see a dog in the next 10 minutes? where are we at on my uptime? We're at 1 hour 14. So let's get to 1 hour 15 and then run that. So then if we get to 1 hour 25 and we still haven't seen a dog.
That's it.
Right? Because there's still no dog anywhere. These guys look like they're like strapped up, ready to go. These guys looking serious. Like, all these cars rolled up, and I thought all these pickup trucks, and I thought, like, there was a dog going to be involved, but we haven't seen a single dog. So I'm wondering, like, is the dog even part of their plan?
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
There's the suspect vehicle right in the center of your screen. The first K9 officer coming down the street.
Jinxed it with a I guess.
Driver
whatever. I'm happy to see the dog.
Into this business.
Is something going to happen? They're taking their time taking the dog over there.
And then right into that door there.
We could ask, will this prediction, will this
unit there just beyond the
will this standoff last another 10 minutes?
We can't see, but they have a team of officers there. That K9 is going to join. And then they're going to make a call out. Yeah.
Wait, I did it too short. Hold on. I'm going to do it again. Sorry.
So he's on his way.
We'll do a 2-minute prediction. Okay, will this standoff last another 10 minutes? That means it would have to go to 1 hour 27 minutes. Edging the prediction. Yeah, sorry. Like, is the dog going to be able to end this in the next 10 minutes? I'm going to say no. Like, so I think that the standoff will last another 10 minutes, but maybe they are going to just stick the dog in there real quick.
So there's the unit. We're getting a little closer to see the operation here that's about to take place. K9 unit arriving on scene. They're going to make a call out to that driver to surrender. He's got no way.
They're telling him right now, hey, come out or you're getting the dog. Nobody's putting points on yes. Guys, it's 39-1. The odds are excellent if you put some points on yes. Okay, Laruski's big in on no, thinking they're going to end this in the next 9 minutes, which looks possible. Personally, I think it's just going to take longer. I just feel like it's taking forever. 11 people on yes, 4 on no. Everybody who did yes, a very low number of points. Low risk, high reward on this. Like, I don't know. They seem like they're just moving so damn slow. And how do they like? What do they just tell? How does the dog know to just go in there and attack somebody? Like, how does the dog know that? How do you teach a dog to just like, hey, whoever's in there, bite them? What's in the red box? Good question. They got 7 more minutes to get the dog in there and get him for that prediction. They're moving very slow. Like, do you guys have any idea? I feel it's kind of inhumane to train a dog to be that mean. Like, to just train a dog to attack people is like, man, does the dog really want to do that? Isn't that kind of mean? I don't really like that. There's the dog. No, wait. There's not the dog. I thought I saw it. Where's the dog? That guy's got the megaphone. They're trained to go after the one running. Right, but this guy's not running. So that's the thing. This guy's not running. Wish they wouldn't use a dog. It seems kind of cruel and weird to be training dogs to be so aggressive. Just like the whole idea of a canine dog, besides like bomb sniffing dogs or whatever, seems kind of, I don't know. Any dog they use in a chase, I feel bad for. Hey, Rin, what's up? Remember that chase the canine wanted to play with the driver? He just ran up and like started jumping. When the guy was like outside in a backyard or something? Is that the one? Dog's got the scent. So they would take the dog over to the guy's car and be like, hey, go find this scent and then attack him? Vogel, is that how it works? Dogs are smart as fuck if that's the case. Like, you're like, hey, go over here, smell this, let's walk 100 yards, now go and get it. And yeah, it's too dangerous for regular officers to send a dog in there. Yeah, I remember that, Sean. That was pretty funny. I should have made a clip of that. Yo, Chart in the Dark, welcome. We were just standing here waiting for them to send a dog into this building because there's a guy hiding in here. Just waiting to be attacked by a dog or waiting to be... How much time left? 4 minutes. Better that than scared humans. Yeah. Is better in... I get it. If those are your options, it's better. He is hoping no dog is available. I mean, it took forever, but we saw a dog. We've laid eyes on a dog, but it doesn't look like the dog is now up here. I'll look at the other stations to see if they have any other, like, viewpoint. They do, but it's not... It's not any more informative to the situation, so...
All right, they're about to make their announcement here. They have a canine.
They have the dog.
They're going to make their announcement about getting that guy to come out. There goes the dog.
There's the dog. Okay.
The suspect from a stolen vehicle chase ran into this business, has no way out other than that open door there. Here comes the canine searching the entire business.
What the fuck? He didn't find him. Whoop. Okay. Okay. How was the chase short? It was pretty good. The guy has to be there, Binky. According to the employees who work there, there's no other way out. But the dog doesn't look like he's doing shit, right? They're just going to go in. There's like, fuck it, whatever, we're going in. They don't know where he is. Like, they really haven't figured it out yet. Was the guy able to get into a room that the dog can't just walk in? It's a warehouse. He could be hiding. Well, I guess so. But according to this, isn't a very big space. So if he went up a ladder, right? Oh, Jody, what's up? Sure, you actually went in here. We are sure, and they're, I mean, I guess the dog. They're looking at the dog. Where's the guy? Pretended to be an employee and walked out. I mean, as far as we could see, there were like 2 people who came out. And they were standing over by the cop cars. Now the dog is sitting. Is he up? Are they looking up? They are all so confused. Right? Like, they don't know what the hell's going on. Clearly, they don't know what the fuck is happening. The prediction is about to hit, and it's going to be a no. Or it's
No.
Okay. It's a yes. Yeah, your bet chalked, Literski. These guys are clueless after being here for an hour. Okay, now we can see at this angle that there's like pallet boards right there too. This is the best angle that any of the news stations have. This is the best angle. And they're still just standing there. I mean, are they communicating with the guy? Yo, Shinji, what's up? We did have a retired guy out here on the other news station. Given all the possibilities. Has to be in the ceiling. Hope it was a nice car. No, it's just like some busted ass SUV. Laruski just gave all his points to the people who put down. Yes. Is the dog on the bingo card? Yeah. It's Fur Missile. They seriously...
Yeah, it's on scanner 1.
They are like looking around like they just don't understand. Yeah, we need a police body cam here, seriously. My mic is cutting out. Oh, maybe he's in the box. Yo, what if he's in the box? Sure, have you watched my new music video yet? You gotta watch it. Here's the link. At least go over and drop a like, whatever. You gotta do it. Dude, they gotta know where the guy is at this point, right? They have to. This guy's standing here like looking up. Or he's using the window tint. There you go. Yeah, I mean, they sent the dog in. The dog did not find the guy. So maybe he is up in the air, somewhere up in the ceiling, somewhere just up a ladder. Maybe he got on a forklift. I don't know. Yeah, fired the dog. Useless.
Unit went in just a short time ago, did a quick search of the warehouse there, came up empty. Then about almost a dozen officers made entry. They're going through it, through that warehouse, every inch of it to check for that suspect who they believe is still in there.
Yeah, Synergy maybe went in the... I mean, what kind of movie shit is this? He went in the vents, he went up in the ceiling and went somewhere else? Like, what? I'm fascinated. I wish we could see more. The dog is still in there, Avocado. Yeah, I didn't see the dog leave, right? There's so many of them in there. Along with the dog. Wonder if they searched the white truck. I don't think so, Justice. I don't think so. Hindsight, they should have hit him. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he went in, the two people who were working came out. First guy came out and pointed in there. Then some lady ran out. And ever since then, nobody knows where the hell he is or what's going on. Yeah, Pitt could have just left him running somewhere else, but damn. Locked in the bathroom, maybe. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable possibility. Right? All right, Shart, thank you. All you gotta do is hit the thumbs up. It's free. Yeah, it's not, makes a good point. Like, the dog would have been going sick at the bathroom door, but he was just trotting around.
That made his way into this.
Yeah, he was just like, oh,
up
yeah.
above the office space. You see that
Shart,
white wall
Scentless
there?
Apprentice was the director.
Might be a space between the ceiling and that office where the driver made his way up there.
What?
That's why they didn't find anything on the ground level.
Okay. He made his way into the ceiling. And then what?
So they believe that suspect is up above. Here comes one officer out.
Shart, she's a Twitch streamer. Her name's Crispy Jenny.
Grabbed his megaphone.
Now they got the megaphone in here.
It's possible he's deeper in the building than we first thought.
There you go. It's like Controller's End said.
To the back corner, it looked like.
It's possible he made it to another part of the building. Dobies, what's up? Doobies.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Thomas Young, thank you. It was 3 ducks. What was the 3 ducks? I forget this. Dude went up in the ceiling. The hotel thing. Oh, yeah, okay. No, it was 5 ducks. He probably had Otani Homer. He saw his parlay hit. He's trying to transfer his money before he goes to jail so his baby mama can get it. Yeah, Riga, I think that they can stay up in the air for quite a while. But all right, anybody on YouTube, hit the like button. It's free, it's easy. NBC LA left, so they're gone now. ABC is still there. I wonder if they have any more insight. Sorry.
We'll need fuel.
I'm gonna switch to their audio. Sean, I knew it was going to be 5 ducks all along. I did my research beforehand. But Jenny was very disappointed by the 5 ducks. This is crazy. I've been live for an hour and 40 minutes now. And over an hour and 20 minutes has been this. First, we waited for the dogs. The dog shows up. The dog goes inside, finds nothing. All the police go inside, find nothing. What now? This is content. Chato, welcome. It is. It is content. They should just leave and put a guard at the door. I mean, they might be there all night. This dude could stay there for days. I imagine the owner of the place is like, get this fucking guy out of here, right? But I don't... They're leaving. KTLA is going to leave. ABC is still there. We'll switch to that one, but whenever they leave, we're done. Oh, no. Okay. When the hell he said they need to refuel? I mean, are they going to come back? Maybe? Like, there is...
All of us, all of you folks viewing on ABC7.com and our ABC7 streaming platforms, we are unfortunately running pretty low on fuel. So we're going to start flying back to the airport here. Luckily, the airport isn't too far away, so we're going to make that stop for fuel and bring you updates on ABC7.com and the ABC7 app as the situation warrants.
Are they going to go back?
I'm Gabe Santos in Air 7, along with...
I feel like they won't go back.
Turning off for now.
I feel like they won't go back. Did the Fox chopper go back yet? Hold on. Hold on.
Game.
Oh, you spoke to, no surprise, you spoke to the biggest names in entertainment.
All right, I think everybody's offline at this point. That's it. Cops lost another one. I mean, they're all standing in that building with the guy somehow. Yeah, I'd imagine they're not coming back, Riga. I think you're right. ABC was reporting that the dude at cassette playing Chris Hessian so much more. That's right, avocado. Okay. Everyone, I want to force you to watch this video right now then. Why not? Why wouldn't I do that right now? Okay. If you're still here, you got to watch it.
So much more. Every moment's a battle, a petty little war. I know that I can't predict the bumps in the road. It's so easy when you're a kid and doors have not been closed. Well, I died up, be right back there, daydreaming about my life. Well, it changes, but it's not quite overnight. Now every day is a mountain to climb. I am lost in the crowd, but I'm acting fine. And I wish I had fewer cares and not a mountain of doubt. 'Cause it seems to me that I've let that kid down. Well, now my life is just so heavy, and I'm weighed down by the gravity, and I look calm, but I'm caught up in havoc and having a panic, keeping it to myself. And I died, I'll be right back there, daydreaming about my life. It changes, but it never feels just right. I wish I had more time, or maybe something clever. Feels like my dreams don't align, and now I'm tired as ever. Well, I died, I'll be right back there, daydreaming about my life. It changes, and maybe that's all right.
Yeah, it shows us. I left the overlays on for the chase, the bingo, everything. But look, all right, thanks guys. That's it. I'm getting out of here. I'm gonna I don't know, whatever. Okay. If I go live again, it's because there is another police chase. In which case, you should show up. The minor forecourt. I know, Shinji. Fucking yeah. Drop that major down to the minor. Drop that third. Okay. Just go into a dark side. Not tonight. I'm out of here. But thanks, guys. Go click like on the video. Help me out.